Hey y'all, thought I'd hop on here and let's make another box together. I showed you this in another video, just my idea and this coming together, but I thought we would make one together. This came to be because I have all of this lace and trim and I needed a way to store it. So I thought, well, what better way than some tags and wrap it around, use a little washi tape to hold it, and then stack them all up here nice and neat, and then you could go through here and find them instead of having a big box of mess, which that's what I have, and I'm working on getting it fixed. So, but I'm going to need several of these boxes, so I thought we would make one together. So I just got my scraps and made this pretty easy. I have my cardboard, I guess it's medium weight chipboard, I should say. It's pretty sturdy. And I went through my scraps and found some pieces. And I actually went ahead and cut out several. But we'll do this one together. I've been measuring in centimeters because it is so much easier. I mean, so much easier than the 5/8 and 7/4 and all that stuff. So this is actually, the side is 7.5 centimeters, the bottom 7.5 meters, 7.5 centimeters, and the end is 7.5 by 7.5 centimeters. So it makes it really easy, which is just shy of 3 inches. I mean, just shy of 3 inches. So what I'm going to do is go through here and mark this. Oh, let's turn this around. At my 7.5 centimeters, and I'll go through here and make several score marks here. 7.5, 7.5. Same thing down here. Actually, what kind of got me started was I ordered some stuff from Crafter's Companion, and they sent me some things from the UK, which, you know, that's all in centimeters. And I thought, well, I'm not gonna take the time to send it back and all that. So this is a centimeter ruler, and I'm loving it because, like I said, it is so much easier. All right, so I went through and I measured 7.5 centimeters, which is just shy of 3 inches. And what I'm going to do is I have a T-ruler here so I can get my line straight. And I'll just line this up with my marks. And take your knife here. This is a Scotch brand, like a box blade. Hold it securely and don't try to cut it all in one pass, because all you're going to do is hurt yourself and tear things up. So just go down firm and just make several passes and take care of it like that. Much, much easier. Let's see where we are. Now that it has that groove, you'll just stay right in there. Well, I say that and then I go off. Let's do a few more passes. Hope everyone's doing well. It's snowy here in the Ozarks. Really snowy. It's wet snow, big snowflakes. All the cedar trees and stuff are all droopy, but it's beautiful. Okay, looks like we may have this. Just a little bit. So carefully. There we go. All right, let's put all this away. All right, so we have a bottom and the sides, and then the two ends. So I'm going to go through, and these should be pretty even, and put score tape on the back sides of these. Yeah, I'll put it here and here. We'll do that together, and I'll show you because we're going to cover this. And I'm sorry I didn't say this is 12 inches long, or I'm sorry, 12 centimeters. Let me go back. It's 12 inches long. Where's my ruler here? All right, it is 30 centimeters long, which is 12 inches. And then they're all 7.5 wide, 7.5 centimeters wide, which is just shy of 3 inches. All right, let me get my score tape. Okay, you can use score tape, you can use wet glue, you can use anything you have. I just like using score tape. So we're going to put it down. Put one in the middle. Flip it around. Let's do this side. Hope I remember how to make this. That other one I just made on the fly and couldn't remember exactly what all I did, but we will find out. All right. And then you want to go through and burnish these really good. You want good contact on there. Okay. Save that. And then, and really any kind of white paper that you have. Doesn't have to be super thick. Like I said, it really doesn't matter. Just something to cover it. So I went ahead and covered those with score tape. So what we're going to do is lay this down like so. Oh, and I forgot we need to go ahead and put score tape on this side because we're going to fold the paper around, and it'll be easier to do that now. Let me grab it. The other way it's looking, I don't know if we're going to have school tomorrow, which is okay with my daughter because she's supposed to be doing a little dance for PE class. I think she's a little nervous about it. One of their assignments, which I thought was really cute. Alrighty, now let's see. Put these out of the way. Okay, so we have score tape on all three of these. Okay, and we have score tape on the outside because, like I said, this is going to be your sides, and this paper is going to fold up and over it, so we need something for it to stick to. So we're just going to kind of eyeball this. You want to leave a little bit of gap in there, but let's see. Okay. All right, and a little trick. Because the score tape is not forgiving at all. Peel it off. Is to put a little run of glue on here. Don't saturate it or anything, just a little run. And you can even do it in between there, in between the score tape. But that'll give you, if you put it down and not really burnish it in, press it in hard, it'll give you a second or two to lift it up. So this is going to be end to end here. Okay. Make sure that has good contact. Alright, and you want to leave a little gap, because if not, when this comes up, it's not going to want to fold correctly. So you want to leave just a little gap there. Let's take off the backing of this. Maybe. There we go. Maybe. Alright. Yeah, I have a beautiful view outside my window with all the snow and coming down, big snowflakes. Oh. Try that again. Roll that up a little bit. Alright, down the middle a little bit. We have that one. Let's lay this one down. And again, we need just a little gap. So if you want to see where we are here. Alright, so see, you just have a little tiny gap there. Alright, one more to go. Alright. Hit this with a little bit of glue. And that was in the middle part. Okay, line this up. Small gap. Alright, let's put this up and burnish this down really well. And we'll start folding gently, working the paper. Work it a little bit more and a little bit more. No cracking or anything, that's a good sign. Now what I like to do on these, you can either score it with your thumb, kind of like this, go across, or you can take a bone folder. Let me grab one here. And just go down the edge. And that'll sure help, especially if you're not a okay. Work your sides a little bit after you score it, so it'll go down easily. Let's do the same thing to this side. Let's go through and just score it. Gently work it. Like so. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and put another strip of score tape down because that's going to cover it plus then some. So we want it to all stick down nicely. So let's do this. One for the other side. There we go. All right. Let's burnish this down really well. And this side. Okay. Take the backing off the tape. Yes, and they did cancel school. It's still snowing, below freezing. So especially around here in the Ozarks, everything's uphill. So buses cannot get traction. So we're going to have a snow day. We'll all be home tomorrow. Good day to make cinnamon rolls and craft and wrap gifts. All right, let's do this side. I always like to start in the middle and kind of work my way out. Push out and down. And you can finish the inside. I'm not. But you can always finish the inside. So let's give this another bend. So that's looking good. So now we just have to put the end pieces in. Work that a little bit. Okay. So we have the end pieces, and those are going to go just right here. We're going to cut some paper. Make sure they fit, yep. And we'll cut some strips of paper that's going to go around them, and then around the box and around the bottom. Okay, I just had a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I cut it down to 5.5 inches. Oh, well, my goodness. And this is, let's see, 14, almost 14.5 centimeters. And it was 12 inches long, 30 centimeters, and I just cut it in half. So it's 6 inches wide and 15 centimeters wide. That way we can put this pretty much, remember the score tape's on the back, we can put this in the middle, and then we'll have plenty of room for it to wrap over the top and then under the box and then around the sides. So let's glue these down. Let's take the backing off here. As much score tape as I use, and many other people, I wish there was something we could do with all this backing. Okay, let's put it down. I'm just eyeballing it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Then what I'll do is just score around it, all 4 sides. So it'll make it a little easier, hopefully, to to bend. Let's go ahead and do the other side. All right. Put this down like so. I always like to give it a good burnish. Make sure it has really good contact. Okay, and then I'm going to work my edges. All the way around. Same thing with this one. There we go. Okay. All right. So that's going to go over the top. So we'll need to put a little score tape here. So we'll do that towards the end. I mean, we'll put the score tape on there now, but then we'll tape it down to towards the end. So next, all right, what we're going to do is cut some notches here on the side, not quite to the corner. And then this part right here, this little V, we're going to cut straight down. So we have something that looks like this. And straight down. Take that off. Okay, so this is going to be folded down. Okay, these are going to go on the sides, and then these we can pull gently and fold down in the corners so the corners are covered. So let's put a piece of score tape right here to hold this. I'll do this one the same way. All right. Let's bring back our box. Alright, so it's going to go on like this. This is the bottom. It's going to come up. These sides are going to wrap around. And this is going to go down. And then these are gently going to go in the corner. Sometimes they break, which is no big deal. But if it works out, it just covers the corner a little bit better. Okay. Okay. I know there's different ways, probably easier ways to do this, but this is how I'm doing this one. I'm going to go ahead and take this score tape, the backing off the score tape, and fold this down and burnish it really well. Okay, I'm going to run a bead of glue right here around the edge. And then I'm going to fit my box on top of that and hold it for just a second to dry. And then we're going to wrap the edges around. Okay, like I said, I know there's probably easier ways to do it, but that's just how I'm doing this one. I'm using art glitter glue because it dries fast, adheres fast. Okay. All right, then we're going to take our box and we're just going to wrap it around the outside of that cardboard, and it fits just perfectly. Press it down and we're going to hold it for just a minute. Until it dries. Okay, now that that's dry, and it literally took like 30 seconds. This is the back side. Remember, here's the front side with the little tabs. This is the this is the bottom. What I'm going to do is just cut up even with the bottom there. Same thing on this side. Okay. We're going to fold this up. We're just going to use art glitter glue. Fold that up. Okay, there's just a little bit of overhang there that I'll trim off. It's going to be covered up anyway. Okay, here's the bottom. Okay, and let's go ahead and these little corners, let's put some glue in the corners. Or you can put them on the tab here. And then we're going to gently take and fold those in the corner. Press them into the corner. Oh, probably didn't get enough glue on that one. Okay. Gently press that into the corner. And gently press this one into the corner. And burnish, and then you can take your bone folder and work it into that corner. Okay. So now you have your corners covered up. Okay. And we're going to wrap the sides around, and then on the bottom, those will go under like that. These little wings here you can fold over or you can cut off, whatever is easiest for you. And I think I'm just gonna, glue mine down. And a little glue under here. And a little glue right here that's going to wrap around the bottom. So press that down and around the bottom. Burnish it really well. And let's do the other side. Like I said, you can use score tape here, you can use anything you have that's going to hold really well. So lay that down, wrap that around, and wrap that one around. Like I said, burnish it really well. now you have this end all done. And like I said, you can put decorative paper on the inside. You can line it with just the white. I'm just going to leave mine as is. Alright. And this will be covered with decorative paper on the outside. So we'll do the same thing to the other end. Okay, I did the other side just like we did the first side, first end. And we have our little box. Very sturdy. And all we have to do is cover it with decorative paper. And I'll find some that matches this. And then cut out your tags. These are out of chipboard. And start wrapping all that lace and trimmings and everything you have. And so it'll be all nice and neat. Alright, thanks for joining me, guys. See you next time.